Hello, ladies and gentlemen. How's it going today? Tell me how your Sunday's been so far. Pop in the chat box a number between 1 to 10 to tell me how you're feeling today and what kind of energy. I like to see the energy in the room and get a feel for how everybody's doing. So just let me know. Number between 1 to 10, 10 obviously being the highest energy you can have and the most exciting you can be, and 1 being not so good, not so high on energy, but just a bit in a bit of a chilled mood. Let me know in the chat box. I can't see anything coming through yet. Is everybody really mellow today? What's going on? I like some energy. Come on, guys. Interaction. This is going to be an interactive session, a practical session. So first and foremost, I hope you've got your notepads and pens like it says right here on the screen, because you're going to need them to write some names down this evening. Yeah, we're going to make some good progress on your contact list today. Okay, so who's ready to go? Eddie, I love that, Eddie. Bring the energy, bring the fire. I love that. What's everybody else feeling? Come on, contribute. Tell us how you are doing this evening. I've had quite a chilled day, so now I'm full of energy. I'm full of beans right now. I think maybe I'm the most energetic in the room, but it's all good. I'm used to that. Okay, guys. So this training, what it's about is helping you to build your biggest contact list ever, so that you have people to reach out to in terms of your business, in terms of whether you need customers or clients or business partners, whatever the case may be. That's what this session is for. What I was finding is that with my team members or with even my own journey, there was this kind of misconception about what kind of task it would be, whether I'd be able to complete it in a certain amount of time. And also I thought it might be boring. I feel I've got my names in my contact list on my phone. Why do I need to write them down on a list? Or that kind of idea, And I'm sure you guys have had the same questions. And so this training session is about showing you how fun it can be, number 1, not boring, how quick it can be, number 2, and also how effective it can be, and how simple as well. People think it's going to be a really difficult thing to write down 100 names on a contact list, but actually it's not that difficult, and I'm here to show you how simple it can be. So my name's Alicia, for those of you who don't know, like it says right there on the screen. But it's great to meet you, great to have you in the room, and I'm really excited to see you achieve at least 100 names on your contact list this evening, so you can start building your empires nice and vigorously from the start. So here we go. So if you understand residual income, you would walk through a brick wall to get it. I'm telling you, it's like nothing else. The way that I earn my money now, I'm so excited about it, and so I feel so privileged to be able to be in the position that I'm in, because at the end of the day, I have health issues like anyone else. I have things going on. There are times that I want to take off work. There are times I want to travel. There are times I can't, I can't actually physically be as vigorous with my business as I'd like to be because of my health issues. And so this passive income is incredible, because when there are times that I don't feel like working or I can't, I actually am still receiving that income that comes in passively, and passive income is absolutely incredible. And so I'm really excited to be sharing with you how I achieved it and how you can go forward to achieve the same as well. So let's get going on that. So the first thing I want you to do is clear your brains of certain things that are going to hinder you from having as much effectiveness this evening with this training as you could be having. So clear your brains of, first thing is negativity. We don't want any negative vibes here, positive vibes only. Send the negativity out the door, out the window, where it belongs, because at the end of the day, whatever you believe for yourself and your progress is correct. The prover proves what the thinker thinks. So all day long, every day, you can tell yourself stuff, and guess what your brain's going to try to do, and your subconscious is going to try to prove you right. So if you're negative, it will prove you right. You'll probably end up with a negative bank account. Positive people have positive bank accounts. So which one do you want to be? Next, doubt. Remove the doubt from your mind, because if you doubt yourself, you doubt you're going to achieve 100 names on your contact list. Guess what? Again, the brain is going to prove you right. So don't leave the doubt outside. We don't want the doubt here or the negativity. Next thing is prejudgment. So prejudgment is when you make up someone else's mind for them, which we shouldn't do, right? We're not God. But at the end of the day, we're not the people who should dictate to people whether they can do this or not, or decide for them. Give them the opportunity. At the end of the day, then you're giving yourself the option to get a yes from that person, that at least that they'll come and look in on what you're doing or hear you out and see the information. If you don't ask them, guess what? That's an instant no. So you're limiting yourself and limiting your growth in your opportunity. So don't do that. Right, so last thing I'd like you to get rid of is fear, because let's face it, the reason we don't approach certain people or ask them the question, would you have a look, you know, would you give me your feedback, etc., is because we're scared of what their response will be. We're scared they're going to give us a no. At the end of the day, a no is not going to kill us or hurt us or harm us in any way. It's just going to make us stronger, guys. So get those no's, go out and, you know, respectfully and intentionally go and get no's, because guess what? Every single no that you get is getting you closer to your yeses. And we want to get there quicker. So let's get our yeses quickly by getting the no's out of the way, quite frankly. So fear is the last thing I want you to get rid of. Now on with the training. So your market's split into two different categories: your warm market versus your cold market. Warm market are people that you know very well, people that they know you very well. You probably have their contact details ready at the drop of a hat to call them if you needed to, like in any minutes at all. But also, you know, they're the people that are around you very much. They know you very well: your family, your friends, your work colleagues, your peers, your local takeaway shop. Even if you go in there as often as I do, I go in there quite often. We've got a really good fish and chip shop not far down the road. It's amazing, best fish and chips you could ever get. So your cold market is simply everybody else. So it's as simple as that. Your warm market, cold market, you can approach both of them. Your warm market is obviously easier to reach, but the thing with your warm market is they know you very well, so they know your failures as well as your successes. And that can be a slight hindrance sometimes when you want them to take you seriously and really hear you out open-minded. You know, cold market are people you don't know very well. So the thing about that is that they don't know you very well. You have to make them warm. So I teach you how to do that exactly in this session as well. I'm going to teach you how to build your contact list, but also how to reach out and the different ways you can do that in the most effective ways. So listen in on what I'm saying, take notes along the way. Also, practically, you know, write down all the names you can get in each category, which is the frog's legs training that I created. So I'm very proud of this. Look at this googly-eyed little frog, it's cute. I haven't named him yet. Anybody got any ideas of what I can name my frog? Put it in the chat, let me see. I might adopt one of those names and name him that, if you're lucky. Okay, frog's legs. So what frog's legs stands for is friends, relatives, occupation, geography, social media. And then legs stands for local education groups and the same. And so what we're going to do this evening, ladies and gentlemen, is come up with 11 names in every category. Let's see who's good at maths here. We've got 9 categories with frog's legs. So if you come up with 11 names in each category, how many do you have? How many do you have? Who's good at maths here? Let me see the business-minded numbers people in the room. Anybody? 9 times 11. Come on, guys, taps, yeah, exactly, 99. 1 away from 100. So all you've got to do is add 1 more name. You've got your 100, bam, in bag, amazing. So friends is the first category. List every friend that you've had or have had in the past, neighbors, old friends, get them all down. It doesn't matter whether you've lost touch with them. I'm going to teach you exactly how to reach out to them again. But it's going to be fun, an adventure trying to find them again, and it will bring up loads more prospects in the process that you didn't even think about, or, you know, that maybe mutual people that you know that can also go on your list. So it'll be really effective. Now, what we're going to do is make this a fun session, guys. So you've got 1 minute to come up with 11 names in every single category, in each category separately. So I'm going to give you 1 minute countdown, and what you need to do is start writing, you know, start your wrist going, and with the names that you can think of all the friends that you know, like I said, in the past or now, present, your neighbors, all of them, put them down. So 1 minute, guys, here we go. Start writing.
T-minus 1 minute.
Right, no, no. Let's go, guys. 11 friends. You must have 11 friends, each of you.
T-minus 50 seconds.
I'm sure each and every one of you is really popular. You've got more than 11 friends, many more, double, triple, all the rest of it, guys. Come on.
T-minus 40 seconds.
We're almost halfway through. You should have at least 5, 6 names in your list by now. What I'd like you to do is, once you come up with the 11,
T-minus
or as close to as possible, I'd like you to write the number in the chat box, either number 11 or whatever number you've come up with so far, once the time is finished.
T-minus 20 seconds.
Make the most use of your time, guys. Right. What have we got? What numbers have we got
10,
coming in? Let's see.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Stop, put the pens down. Time's up. Okay, so what numbers did we get, guys, coming on your contact list so far after the 1 minute? Tell me, did you get the 11 or did you get close to 11? The only number I won't accept here is a 0. So anything other than that, 1, 2, 3, doesn't matter. I want to see what numbers you've come up with. Taps is excellent, going number 13. Eddie's got 13 as well. That's phenomenal, guys. These numbers are fantastic, incredible. What other numbers have you got, guys, with this category, the friends category? Janine's got 12. That's fantastic as well. Over 11, I'm impressed with you guys. You write fast, you write quickly. Well, you think quickly, both of them. Okay, what else have we got, guys? Any more numbers? That's fantastic. Okay, so next category, what have we got? Relatives. So every relative, young and old, it doesn't matter, put them on the list, because older relatives even are a great source of family information and can give you loads of names that you didn't even know existed. And guess what? Sometimes the older relatives even want to join themselves or start off on a journey to earn passive residual income, because think of how many of your relatives are retired or get their pensions now, and a pension is literally only 40% of a full-time income. That's really shocking, actually, to think about. I know some of my friends even get less than that. Some of my older friends or my mum's older friends even get less than that. It's ridiculous, and it's shocking that they work 40 hours a week for 40 years of their life to only get 40% or less to live off of. That's not really much to show or much appreciation for these people who work hard their entire lives. And so let's face it, a lot of them would have like to have the idea of having an extra stream of income that's passive, comes in around the clock, even when they're sleeping. That means that they can enjoy what they're passionate about and really do things that they never got to do, you know, because they were working too hard at the time. And so, guys, if you think about all your relatives, these guys should be at the forefront of your mind, your family. So let's write all your family's 11 names in this category, guys. Let's go.
T-minus 1 minute.
It should be a really simple category. I know those of you like me in the room who have a lot of relatives can actually get probably your whole 100 from this category alone. So let's go, guys. Don't forget to put those numbers in the chat box.
40 seconds.
I like feedback. I like interaction. Communication makes the world go round. Come on, guys. Okay, right. So what numbers have we got so far?
T-minus 30 seconds.
You should be halfway through now. At least 5 or 6 names. What numbers do we have?
T-minus 20 seconds.
Ten seconds
10,
left.
9, 8.
What
7,
numbers have you got so
6,
far?
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Okay. Any numbers, guys? Even if it's less than 11, but more than 0, I'm happy. Eddie's got 13. 13 is a magic number for you this evening, isn't it? 13 is good. Well done, Eddie. Over 11 again. Thoroughly impressed with you. Taps has got 14. That's amazing, Taps. Well done. I like that. 14 is incredible. That's 3 more than you needed. That's really good going. Amazing, guys. Any other numbers in the chat box of it with this category? Let us know. Remember, guys, it's only 0 is the only number I won't accept. So even if it's 1 or 2, put it in the chat. I want to see how you guys are doing and which categories are the most important, most successful, let's say. So it's good feedback from me as well. It's okay. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, no problem, Shani. Just jump in when you can, because, you know, we're only 2 categories in, so you haven't missed too much. But basically what the idea is we're coming up with 11 names in every category. You've got 1 minute to do it. And, you know, I'll explain exactly what the criteria is for each category in a moment. Okay, good, guys. So well done, good going. We've got some incredible numbers coming through. Occupation is the next category. So who in your workplace seems miserable? I put a big ha-ha here because a lot of people in the workplace, especially corporate setting, retail setting, want something else. Let's face it, they want more time, they want more money, they want to be doing something somewhere else a lot of the time. And a lot of the time they complain about what's going on in their lives. So it's a good place to actually learn people's reason why they might want to come into an environment like your own, where they're elevated, where they're motivated, where they're encouraged a lot of the time and celebrated at every milestone. So write down all of your colleagues' names, even your boss. The great thing about work is everybody complains, like I said, about what they want to change in their lives. So you know exactly what their reasons why are. And think about the one who wants to go on holiday, the one who loves to travel, The one who can never afford to travel though. The one who's always off sick or calling in sick because they don't like work. The one who can never sleep at night because their kids keep them up all night. The one who's about to go on maternity leave, looking for something to do from home very comfortably, without taking up too much time. The one that just got fired and looking for an opportunity right now. The one who's the last and the most unappreciated. We all know people like that, don't we? The first in, last out in the workplace. They never so much get a pat on the back or a well done or a thank you from their boss. You know, these people would love to come into an environment like yours and thrive because they're elevated, because they're celebrated, and because it's a positive environment. So get them all down on the list, guys. You've got 1 minute. Here we go. 11 names. Let's do this.
T-minus 1 minute.
You can do it. Now, if you've left your let's say your previous place of work, think about the work.
Minus 50 seconds.
That's still relevant. So put their names down. The one whichever workplace you can remember. Put their names down. That still counts. Amazing, guys. How are we doing?
40 seconds.
Halfway through, 5 or 6 names should be added to your list so far.
T-minus 30 seconds. T-minus 20 seconds.
Let's go, guys. You can do it. Shani, how you doing there? You caught up with us?
10, 9, 8,
Great.
7, 6,
Awesome,
5,
guys. Okay.
4,
Don't forget to put the numbers
3,
in the chat.
2,
What have you achieved
1,
for this category?
0.
11 from Shani. And Shani's just jumped in. I love that. Amazing. Just jumped in and like, bam, there we go. Eddie's got 8. Amazing. What other numbers have we got, guys? Let me see those beautiful digits. I want to see double digits. Double digits. Let's see. Let's see those double digits, guys. 11 or more. Taps has got 13. Good going, Taps. You're doing so well this evening. Amazing. That's fantastic. Taps, have you done this training before? I don't think so.
No, I haven't done it before. I think I'm just trying to think of all the people that I know.
Amazing. That's amazing. Good going. Good for you. You know, like if you haven't done the training before, you're doing very, very well. And that's why I asked you. So really good going. Well done. The numbers are amazing. Janine's got 20. Wow. Janine, now you're just showing off, I think. That's amazing. You guys are impressing me. I love this. Okay. All right, let's go to the next category. So geography, I absolutely love this category because I have built a global team and I endeavor to teach my team to build global teams and then endeavor to teach all of you how to build global teams, because at the end of the day, if you imagine if you have pockets of people all around the world and they are building the opportunity on their own in that part of the world, even without you, even without your help or your backing or your support, they're just building on their own vigorously, and that adds to your organization and the extent of it, right? The extension of it. And so it's incredible when you've got pockets of people growing all around the world, adding to what you're doing. And, you're just really reaping the benefits, and not only reaping the benefits for yourself, but you're helping those people around the world to impact their lives and become financially free. Absolutely amazing. Such a blessing for everybody involved. So guys, who do you know in another suburb, a town, different part of the country, Europe, or even the rest of the world? How many relatives do you have overseas who have migrated, or even friends, peers that have moved abroad? Think about the rest of the world in the bigger places, the amazing places, Australia, New Zealand, America, Canada, South Africa, Jamaica, the rest of the Caribbean, wherever have you. How many expats do you know? The great thing about expats is they come into contact with others. So they have their own communities in different places around the world that they can spread the word for you. And that's really effective, guys. If you can have other people shouting about what you do around the world, then you're laughing all the way to the bank, quite frankly. And so even people in other countries that you don't operate in yet, let's face it, or maybe it might be other countries that you think they might have trouble operating because maybe it's very remote or whatever the case may be. Remember, don't prejudge, don't make up their mind for them, approach them anyway, because they can probably point out people to you, or they might know people abroad elsewhere that they can recommend to you as well. So don't write anybody off. At the end of the day, even if they aren't the ones for you for your business, they can at least advise you on other people that they think are recommendations. So you can still build that way, even if people do say no, because in different parts of the world, or they don't operate where you or they aren't in places that you operate. Sorry. So geography,
T
11
minus 1
names.
minute.
This is all your family, friends who have migrated abroad, people that you've met on holiday, guys, that you've kept in touch with. You know, you exchange Facebook, email cheekily, and or
T
phone
minus
number
50
or
seconds.
WhatsApp, and you can still reach out to them. All these people around the world are people that could start building an empire for you then and there where they are. So don't write anyone off.
T
Don't
minus
make
40
excuses for
seconds.
anybody that you do know abroad. Just contact everybody and see what happens. At the end of the day, if you give it a go, it might be a yes. If you don't, it's a no.
T minus 30 seconds.
Here we go, guys. How are we doing? We're halfway through, so you've got plenty of time left. Even if you've only got 2, you can still make up another 9.
T minus 20 seconds.
Janine's going to come up with 30 this time, I'm sure. Janine's doing well. 20 for the last one. Amazing. Don't disappoint us,
10,
Janine.
9, 8.
There's pressure on you
7,
now.
6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Okay, what numbers have we got, guys? Janine, see what this is what happens when you show off. We expect more from you. So where's that 40? That number 40 in the box. Am I being hard? Am I being hard on you? Too much pressure? You can do it. Come on, come on. 16 from Taps. Taps, you're doing amazingly well. I love it. 16 is 5 more than I asked you for. So that's absolutely fantastic going. Well done, guys. Any other numbers other than 0? That's all. You've only got 13. It's just like I've only got 13 this time. You know, 2 more than I need. Still amazing going, Janine. Well done to you. It's over 11, so that's fantastic. Eddie's got 14. Amazing, guys. I'm loving the energy in the group. I'm loving the achievements in the group. 10 from Shani. Shani is well away. She's just come in, but she's well away. I love that. You like coming in and just showing everybody how it's done. That's fantastic. Okay, guys, amazing. So next category is social media. So again, this is another whopper. This is another amazing one that can help you to build globally, because there's so many people you can reach out to, you know, across the pond on social media that you would never meet in person, or even would never, you know, wouldn't be able to on an average day, you know, meet, because they're way across the other side of the world. But here on social media, it kind of closes that gap. And that's what the amazing thing is about it. It enables you to travel for miles, for distance, hundreds of thousands of miles, without even realizing you're doing so. And so reach out to people on social media is really effective. How many do you have on your social media that you might not have on your phone in terms of contact details? You know, there's still your warm market because you're still connected, especially if you've reached out to them already and had a chat, a private chat together. You know, they're definitely warm. The rest are just lukewarm, let's say, because you need to strike a bit of a rapport with them, start a conversation, go and break the ice. Once you've done so, they turn into your warm contact immediately. This is fire, guys, if you know how to do it the right way. Now, what I do and what was proven to be effective is to not bombard them completely with the business right away. Break the ice, you know, form a bit of a rapport first, see what they're into, see what they're interested in, and start a conversation about that. Even if you don't know much about it, great opportunity to say, oh, I'm interested in football, having no clue about it. I'm interested in going to Montenegro, don't have any clue about it. Well, how's it been? How was it on your last holiday? I'm interested to know about the dog on your profile. He's very cute. Is it yours personally? Is it your pet? And what's his name? You know, whatever the case may be, just start a conversation for something they like, because that will engage them and therefore open the door for you to talk more about business later on. But if you go in there straight away, guys, you're going to scare them off. They're going to be like, who's this person trying to sell me something? Nobody wants that. They're going to think you're spamming them. So don't do it that way. Social media, guys. Now I give you the permission. Go into your phone, go into your WhatsApp, go into your Instagrams, go into your Facebooks, and look at the last 10 people that you like their status or they liked yours. Did somebody like your picture recently? Put their name down. Have you messaged 11 people recently? The last 11 people write their names down. You know, it's going to be really effective for you to actually start reaching out on social media. What's the word I'm looking for? I encourage you to reach out to people on social media on purpose from now on. So here we go, 11 names, guys. You've got this. Let's go for it. 11 names in 1 minute. We can do it. Or close to 11. It doesn't have to be 11, but as close to.
T minus 50 seconds.
How's it going,
40
guys?
seconds.
Social media, powerful. How are we getting on?
T minus 30 seconds.
Halfway through, we can do it. I want to see those numbers coming through, guys. You're very quiet today.
T minus 20 seconds.
Very quiet. Is everybody just chilled because it's Sunday? Maybe. Eddie, 18, come on. You are the hero in the room. Wow,
10,
Eddie, 18.
9,
Esther's got
8,
5. Good going.
7,
Guys, anything
6,
over 0 is an
5,
extra person on your
4,
contact list at the end
3,
of the day. So
2,
even if it's not,
1,
you know, if you haven't got 11,
0.
but you've got 1 or 2, that's still additional. Janine's got 12. Good going, Janine. You're the reliable one. I'm really impressed with you today. Amazing. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Any more numbers, guys, before we go forward? Mindful of time. So Shani's got 10 again. 10 is an amazing number. You keep getting 10. 10 was the amount you got before. That's amazing. So that's an extra 20 on your contact list tonight. Amazing. Taps, you got 14. You're going really well, honestly. You're doing really well. Don't know whose team you're in, but they should be very happy to have you there. So amazing. And you guys are going to be building business like nobody's, like there's no tomorrow with these numbers as well. So I'm really excited for you. Next category, local. Sorry, I'm too far ahead. Local is amazing because it's stuff that you never thought of before, places that you go all the time. But I bet you never always thought, okay, I'm going to make friends with this person behind the counter because I'm sure they want a better way of life, or I'm sure they want more out of life, more time, more money in the pocket, whatever the case is. You know, I'm not knocking jobs, but at the end of the day, we found a better way. Passive residual income is beautiful, guys. And if you can build that side of the business, you guys are going to be laughing later on, and your family are also going to be laughing. That's the most important thing. It's impacting not only your own life, but generationally your family as well, changing your family trees. So local, where do you go regularly enough that the workers there would recognize you? This can include your local supermarket, takeaway, dry cleaners, your children's school or nursery, doctor's surgery, petrol station, bank, train station, restaurants, bus stop even, pub, nail salon, barbers, hairdressers, or on your commute to work. You know, even if you're commuting to work and you are going the same way every day, every other day, whatever have you, the chances are you want to see someone else doing the same journey as you, the same idea, traveling to work. And so it would be good to strike a rapport, strike a conversation with that person. So you've made a new friend, you've networked on purpose with somebody, you've made a new contact for your contact list, and you can reach out to them and see if they're interested in an extra stream of income or more time on their hands, more time freedom, more financial freedom. And so guys, just break the ice, you know, a nice compliment, CPR, compliment peak recruit. You can say to them, write that down actually, CPR, compliment peak recruit, because you can say a compliment to them. I like your hat, I like your scarf, I like your tie, I love your shoes, you know, isn't it great weather today, whatever the case is, you know, just to break the ice and make a conversation. And then before you know it, you'll be having a friendly conversation on the way to work. You'll have somebody to talk to on the train now going to work. How nice is that? But also, you know, the key word, my favorite word, and my favorite, question to somebody to make them ask the same thing back is, what do you do? So what do you do for a living? And act interested, you know, let your eyebrows perk up and be like really interested to know. And then when they tell you, the only polite thing for them to do is to ask you back. Once they ask you back, you've got the door open, your foot's in the door to be able to say, well, highlight the benefits. You know, I help people to become financially free. I'm part of an organization that is impacting many lives all over the world. I'm building a global organization, a global brand, really excited about it. It's going to make myself and my family members financially free. It's something I'm building generational wealth and teaching others to do the same. How many people would hear that and it is not perk up? I have to ask you. There will definitely be interest and definitely come back with questions. Then you've got an open door there to say, well, you know, if you're interested, come and have a look. There's an event happening this Thursday, this Monday, whatever the case is. Just for half an hour, jump online and see what I do and see what I do with my team. And you might be interested. It might be something for you, maybe it's not. You know, give them the bait and then take it away. Give them the temptation and then take it away. I love to do that because you see people like, no, give it back here. You know, literally wanting to ask those questions and be really interested to know more. So local, where do you go locally? Your establishments, where you live. You know, and next time, talk to them. Have a conversation with them. The eyes, give them a compliment. Say thank you so much for the service you provide here. Really appreciate you. How many people do you think say that to them on a regular basis?
50 seconds.
Not many, I reassure you, I guarantee you. Not a lot of people say thank you, hello, how are you, what's your name, are you doing well today? So imagine
40 seconds.
Imagine if you came across that way and you said something like that to them, very positive, very encouraging, very nice, very caring, very kind.
T-minus 30 seconds.
How many of them do you think will be like, wow, how amazing is that? This guy made my day or this girl made my day. because you cared at the end of the day, you know, not being
T
many
minus
people
20
do.
seconds.
Awesome, guys. Okay. Okay.
10,
Shani,
9,
was that for
8,
local? You saying this is
7,
harder?
6,
Slightly. If you
5,
don't know their names, put
4,
a description.
3, 2,
Blonde hair,
1,
brown hair,
0.
Nike trainers, tie, blazer, whatever you remember from them, glasses. Maybe it's the guy that works in the post office who's always wearing one earring, something like that. Just put down a simple reminder so that when you go back into that place for their line of work, Tesco guy, exactly, Shani, that's exactly what I'm talking about. So just to remind you, give you that jog of your memory to say, next time I see him, I'm going to say, hello, how are you doing? Next time I see him, I'm going to ask him his name. Next time I see him, I'm going to say thank you. Start a conversation, and then he'll get to know you, and you'll be able to open the door and say, you know, I don't know if it's for you or not, but you seem like a really cool guy. You know, I know you work here full time, but how would you feel if you had a part-time gig that brought in an extra stream of income? How would you feel about that? Because you know, my team are building. I'm looking for more people locally in my area to work with and help to achieve that. So how would you feel if we had a conversation one day? We can meet in Costa Coffee and have a coffee or something like that, you know. So just you know, just think about ways to break the ice with these people, and invite them to you know, attend a meeting with you or an online event. And when they do so, you follow up with them. Make sure you do due diligence to follow up and follow through, you know, to find out if they're interested, and then you make an appointment to meet them online or in person at a coffee shop or your local wherever, you know, just so that you can both meet. You can share the opportunity, share the information, and see how they stand with it and whatever questions they have. So guys, next category, education. These are your peers from your school days. Now I know that for some of us it might be many moons ago, let's face it, but you should be able to remember your nearest and dearest that you hung out with at school, and also maybe the people that you know, you wanted to hang out with but didn't, or for whatever reason, maybe even the bullies. You can even reach out to them. How much payback would it? How great a payback would it be if you reached out to your bullies at school and you got them working in your organization, building a business with you and for you? How nice would that be if you have people in your business like that you didn't even necessarily get along with, but you're building together to achieve an ultimate financial freedom situation for yourselves. So amazing, guys. So your school day, your peers from your school days, your universities, student unions, societies, any other form of education you might have experienced, like short courses or trainings, maybe for work in the past. Think about the ambitious and competitive students you remember first. Don't write anyone off there, because even the class clown, I'm sure, realizes that being funny doesn't pay the bills, and they need something else more than that, something more serious. So reach out to everybody, you know, and you know, also your teachers, because your teachers work really hard, guys. Teachers work so hard and they don't get paid enough for what they do, in my opinion. And I'm sure any other teachers in the room would agree with me on that you don't get paid enough for the stress that you go through, for the pressure that you're under. And so guys, you know, write down the teachers, because absolutely, Shani, I guess you're a teacher. Amazing. She says amen to that. Yeah, absolutely. And guys, you know, teachers are so good in this industry. It's unbelievable. I know teachers absolutely smashing it right now, earning amazing incomes and absolutely, you know, just doing so well and building massive organizations, because they're born teachers, right? They're born leaders. They know what to do to get you engaged and to make you understand, you know, this is the path to follow, because this is the end result. And so they're great communicators, guys, is the point. And if you get them in your team, I'm telling you, you're going to be laughing all the way to financial freedom and beyond. So guys, that generational wealth awaits us. Get teachers in your business, education. Let's go.
T minus 1 minute.
Even the dinner ladies put their names down on the list. Head teachers, assistant head teachers, your PE teacher, all of them, put them down. Put them all down. The more you have, the better at the end of the day. Even put down the school cleaner or the school first aider. It doesn't matter, put them all down. And any form of education, guys, any form of education, even if it's your driving instructor, that's a form of education. Your personal trainer at the gym, form of education.
T minus 30 seconds.
Put them all down, guys. Awesome. I still remember my favorite teachers.
T minus 20 seconds.
That's interesting, isn't it? You remember the favorites and the ones that were pain in the backside, the ones that always like were back on your back every second of the day. But those were the best ones.
10,
because
9,
they wanted the best
8,
for you. They were pushing you to the limit,
6,
pushing you to be the best
5,
you could be.
4,
Really
3,
appreciate them now.
2, 1.
Excellent. Okay, so Eddie's got 16. Eddie, you are smashing it today. What other numbers have we got, guys, for this category for your education? Shani, 22. Look at that. She jumped in late and she's here just smashing it, just like in our faces, like bam, there you go. What have you got to say in your face? Taps is 15. Amazing, Taps. Well done. Taps, you're doing really well. Really impressed. Shani, you're doing amazingly well. Eddie, you're smashing it as usual. Okay, so guys, definitely keep coming back to this training, because what I will say is even some of the people in the room that are still here hitting these big numbers have been here before, and the reason they're getting even bigger numbers than before is because your contact list never stops growing, right? You're always adding to it, and so they've come back. They're probably thinking of new names, you know, in every category, because it's like a little bit of pressure on your memory just to jog it a little bit, and so it's really useful, guys. Okay, and definitely get your teams on this call, because imagine if you come up with 100 names or more and your team members, each of them, come up with 100 names or more. That's not just your contact list of 100 names you've got to deal with. You've got 200, 300, 400 names on the list effectively that you can build your business with. So definitely get your team here next week. Every Sunday this happens at 7 p.m. BST. So next category is groups. So groups are anything from physical groups to online groups. It doesn't matter, any groups that you're part of. This is everybody that you know from your clubs and groups, parent teachers association, mother and toddlers groups, maybe societies, sports club, football club, gym club, church and religious establishments. All of these people are certain groups that you're privy to, that you're in contact with. So put them all on your list under the relevant section. They might be duplicated, and that's okay. It doesn't mean you can count one person in two entries and count them as two different people, because you can't cut someone in half. You can only include one name as one extra person, okay? But so don't cheat on me. But you can duplicate the name, you know, put it down twice, because it will encourage you to think of other names at the end of the day, jog your memory for more. You know, cross-reference, you might think of names that you mutually know from your friends or your maybe your people at church or whatever have you. Doesn't matter, to put them down again. It might inspire you, like I said, to think of others. So here we go, guys. 1 minute, 11 names.
T minus 1 minute.
How's it going,
T
guys?
minus 50
Almost.
seconds.
No, we're not even halfway through yet, but it's all good. 45 seconds. You can do this, guys. It's not that difficult. That's why I'm here to teach you that it's not hard. It's not difficult. It's not scary. It's not doesn't take a long time. You know, if we can write 100 names on our contact list in
T minus 30 seconds.
Half an hour, that's nothing. You know, compared to when people start, I've heard of people going away and sitting down for hours and doing this. It doesn't take that long. Doesn't
T minus 20 seconds.
Really easy, really quick, really simple, really fun. That's what I'm showing you here today. Right, I'm looking in the chat box. I don't see any numbers yet, guys.
10.
It's all right, 10 seconds
9,
left. I'll let you have every
8,
single second.
7, 6,
Make the most
5,
of the time.
4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Okay, guys, any numbers? Any numbers at all? Janine, we missed you. Where you been? Did you drop off? Sorry. Okay, 14 from Taps. Come on, Taps. I think almost every category you've had more than 11, right? I think there was just one you had at 8. See, I pay attention, but the rest were over 11. See, I pay attention to my students and how well they're doing. Amazing. Taps, you're doing really well. Any more numbers, guys? Shani, 9, close to 11. Not that far off, just 2. You made up for it with your other numbers, so it's all good. I think that 22 smashed the whole thing. Like that was like 2 categories together. So you've made up for it already. Any other numbers, guys and girls? Let's see. We've got some good numbers coming through. I like it. You guys are doing really well tonight. Honestly, I'm really impressed with a lot of you. And some of you are probably new to the industry as well, but you're doing really well. So keep it up, keep it up. If you keep this up, keep attending this training, get your team on, you're going to grow massive empires and organizations in no time at all, and reach those chairman levels, those regional vice president levels, those, I don't even know what else, platinum, whatever's you've got in your academy or whatever you've got in your business, those levels will be met if you keep this up. So guys, next category, same. This is the last one. This is going to be the most effective one of all of them. This simply means write all the relatives of the friends you know, the friends of the relatives you know, the colleagues of the relatives that you know, The relatives and friends are the people that you know in your groups, and the same with your geography list. That's a bit of a tongue twister. If you know people elsewhere, do you know their friends or their relatives? They all go on the list. So this is kind of an effective way of tap rooting without actually having to approach a person and say, who do you know? Can you recommend people to me? Can you introduce me to XYZ? This is like going around them and doing it yourself, which is incredible. You might not have their contact details, in which case you'll have to approach the middle guy or the mutual contact for that eventually, but at least we're just writing the names down for now. So let's see how we go. This has the potential to double, triple, quadruple your contact list, because at the end of the day, you're doing frog's legs with each and every contact on your list so far. And then you'll come up with loads and loads and loads more names. Okay, here we go. It's the same, guys. 11 names for 1 minute. Let's go. Now you can sit down and do this beyond this training. Obviously, every category you can sit down and add names beyond this category. So please do, because like I mentioned, your contact list should ever keep growing, never stop. If you're really serious about your business and building it to a massive empire, sorry, the word don't mean that. You will get there. You will get there, and you will definitely achieve that, especially with trainings like this that you keep jumping on to get those top tips and tricks of how to build it.
T-minus 30 seconds.
Amazing, guys. Halfway through, who's going to have the 11 before? Who's going to have the 11 first? Or more than 11.
Seconds.
Let's see, double digits. I want to see those in the chat box. Let's see how we do. Pretty parched.
10, 9,
all this talking.
7, 6.
Eddie's got 10. Amazing. 5, Eddie's just one. 4, You've got put 3, one more name down. You've got 11. Go, go, go. 1, quick. Go, 0. Go. You came up with 10. What's that about? Eddie, you had about 5 seconds left. You could have written down one more name. Okay, what other numbers have we got in the chat box, guys? Let's see what you've achieved from these categories. I'm excited to hear. Tapped 11. 18. Oh dear, right. It's like I just demoted you then. 18 names taps. That's amazing. Janine 13. She's back, everybody. She's back in the building. I love that. Any other numbers, guys, other than 0? I will take it and run. Any other numbers is fantastic. Are fantastic. Okay, what other numbers we've got, guys? One more person, put one more number in the chat and then we'll move forward. I know you guys are tired. I know you guys probably want to get off, get a cup of tea, get sorted for bed soon, have dinner if you haven't had that yet. I made an amazing dinner today, guys. It was yummy. I made pan-seared salmon with vegetables and a lovely sweet chili sauce. It was beautiful. And I also had rice with it. And then I made a banana loaf for the first time ever. My first attempt at a banana loaf. It was delicious, guys. I wish I could give you some through the screen so you know how great it was. Okay, right, what next? So what I like to do with my team so that they don't get sidetracked, don't get kind of daunted about speaking to people about the business and trying to explain it themselves, which they probably would do a horrible job of as a beginner, let's face it, because it takes time to learn the presentation, but also, you know, if that confidence hasn't been built there yet, it's really tricky to answer those multiple questions that will come back to you. So I simply ask them to do the same, the first thing here, send the following 3 messages, one after the other. There's just 2 rules here, guys. So always personalize the first message, because people can smell a broadcast list a mile away or copy and paste. And the second rule is wait for the responses in between, because if you imagine you're having a conversation with someone, whether it's in person or on the phone or whatever have you online, and you just keep talking over them, you don't give them a chance to answer the questions you're asking or give them a chance to respond. It's quite rude. So in terms of a text message, it's kind of the same thing here. So treat it the same way, always let them respond, answer their response, then send the next question and the next follow-up message. So the messages are something like this. I'm going to type it in the chat box as well for you guys so that you can copy and paste it somewhere for your records and remember what to send one by one. But the first message is hello. You put their name there, you remove the dots, obviously. How are you? I'm sorry I didn't get in touch sooner. I hope you're keeping safe and well, which is a very timely message at the moment. Let's face it, with the pandemic, with people not getting, you know, with people getting ill a lot, you know, let's keep in touch with people. But even if you've lost track with them or you've got out of touch with them, this is the ideal message to break the ice again and reconnect, because it shows that you care, it shows you're thinking of them, it shows that you're concerned about their well-being at the end of the day. So that's a really friendly approach to take. They'll really appreciate that and probably feel really good, warm and fuzzy about it. So message number 2, I've been thinking about you because I started a project that I think may be of interest, I believe may be of interest to you. Would it be okay to run it by you? Oh, sorry. Would it be okay to run it by you? And I'd really appreciate your view or your feedback. So this again, it gives people instant respect. You know, I've been thinking of your consideration, care, because I started a project that I believe may be of interest to you. You're considering them for this project. You know, you've got them in mind, you're thinking about them. That's a compliment. Would it be okay to run it by you? Permission is always very good and received very well. I'd really appreciate your view or your feedback. So you're saying to them, I care what you think. You know, it's important to know what your take is on it. And that would pretty much rub their ego, to put it bluntly, you know, actually make them feel good that you care to ask and that their opinion matters to you. So basically, that's why I've worded this message this way. This is also a fire and message, a really great message for people who are senior in business to you or older than you, because it shows respect again, like I said, you know, you're actually taking it that they've had experience and they can advise you accordingly. Message number 3, I'm quite new to it and would not do a good job explaining, but would it be okay if I introduced you to my mentor? And you put your mentor's name there, obviously, as they will explain it a lot better and have a lot more experience than me. Again, this is respectful to the person you're talking to. You're saying to them, I don't want to do a shabby job. Let me put you in touch with somebody who's much more experienced than me, really knows what they're talking about, and can explain it in the best possible way for you to make an informed decision from that. So, you know, I'm quite new to it and I'd not do a good job explaining. Gets you out of answering all those endless questions that I'm sure you've experienced before if you've spoken to people already. Would it be okay if I introduce you to my mentor? Very important you ask this question, ask for permission before you give somebody else their number, or before you, you know, you put them in touch with the mentor, because at the end of the day, if you do it without their permission, I've seen a lot of cases where they're not as open-minded, they're not as happy to meet with the person, the mentor, they're not as happy to engage or positive, because they feel like you've given their contact details without their permission, and they feel a little bit what's the word I'm looking for, a little bit you know, so it's just a little bit, I mean, they don't get angry, some people might do, but at the end of the day, you just want to keep everything calm and really in positive and really in the direction you intended, which is all positive and really good vibes. So and as they explain it a lot better than me, they have more experiences. Basically saying this person is senior in business to me, you know, much more educated, much more wiser on the topic. So you're in better hands than you would be with me. Be honest, you know, at the end of the day, if you've not been doing the business very long, there's nothing you or they can do about it, but you're trying to at least line them up and set them up to have the best experience possible. So this is words to avoid when building your business, words to avoid when asking people to come and have a look. It's just my own experience and experience of the tycoons in the industry, a bit of a collage put together of which words are better to not say. Just because somebody's friend somewhere in the far land, far, far away, experienced something with a meeting or multiple streams of income at one time, or multi-level marketing, and they had a better experience. So the person that they told puts every other multi-level marketing experience down to that. And so they write it off, you know, without even giving it an opportunity to hear the information, which is such a shame. So many people hold themselves back because of that. So take a screenshot of this, guys, if you haven't already done so. And the next slide will be words that you can actually use that are really better to use. So here we go, words better to use. Take another screenshot, guys. This is really useful, that sentence in the top left corner, if I would use fire. You know, if you say to somebody, if I invite you to an online presentation, will you attend? If I put you on the phone with my personal mentor to share some insight and knowledge on what we're doing, the business that we're building and the empire that we're building, would you please, you know, would you please jump onto that? You know, what time's good for you? Or give them a time, 2 times, 2 options. The assumptive close, which is really fire as well, really amazing. Because if you only give them 2 options, they have that fear of loss. Like if they don't pick one of the 2, they'll miss out and they won't get to attend that call or that event. So I use that all the time. You know, is Wednesday or Thursday good for you? And if they say neither, okay, Saturday or Sunday good for you. I just keep doing it until we find a day. Do you know what I mean? So that's really good. Tips. I actually have another training called Top Tips and Tricks that happens every Thursday, guys. So look out for that as well. I'm going to be posting it in the chats and stuff for you, or your leader in your opportunity will post it for you as well. But it's just little things that you can implement into building your business that are really effective, that you might not have thought of before, or additional things to what you have thought of before that are really effective to getting people actually in the room or on the phone or in that meeting that you want them to attend and actually have good feedback. So don't stop there, guys. Keep adding to your contact list. It should never stop growing. In fact, we should be networking on purpose every single day to build our businesses. Thank you all for taking part in this training. I really hope that it's been of value to you and very helpful. You know, and keep doing it. Let's make it happen. Together we can do this. Together everyone achieves more. You know, in your teams, share this training. Get them on the training the next time around and get them involved so that they can actually physically write a tangible contact list and therefore start to approach these people in a really effective way. I hope it's been great, guys. Have an amazing night, whatever you're going to be doing. I'm going to be getting some good sleep tonight. I'm really tired, but I'm going to be getting some great sleep tonight. Ready for Monday morning. Yay. We love Mondays, don't we, guys? Well, yeah, we do. We love Mondays. Amazing, guys. You guys have done so well. I'm really proud of you. You've done extremely good with your contact list. So don't stop there. Make sure you reach out to them all with your due diligence and follow up, you know, at the end of the day. Craig, yeah, there is a recording actually. So Craig, whose team are you in? Just tell me who's your leader or your mentor, and I will make sure that the video gets to Craig. Safi, okay, no problem. I will get this to Safi and she will send it to you, no problem at all. I'm actually going to send you not the recording here, but the recording of the actual, you know, just the training itself so that you can feel free to fill in the gaps as you need to. And you can also share that with your team as well if you want to. But get them on the call because it's good to have this interactive, you know, kind of like feedback of each other. It's just encouraging, makes people kind of not procrastinate and not like take ages, days and weeks and months to write 100 names on the contact list at the end of the day. You're from Portmore, Jamaica. Amazing. I love that. That's fantastic. My fellow kindred. Okay, amazing, guys. All right, so have a good evening. Have an amazing week. If any of you have any questions and need to reach out to me, feel free. There's my number as well. So copy that somewhere, paste it quickly. Can I go back to the words not to use? Absolutely. Yeah, no problem. There we go. Words not to use. And I'll do the words to use as well. Yeah, screenshot taken. Oops. And then what better words to use? Here we go. Did you catch that? Yeah. Aelia. Aelia? Aelia. A beautiful name. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right. Aelia. Ayla. Ayla. Is it Ayla? I don't know. I'm so sorry. I mean, I'm probably massacring your name right now. I know, but if you write it, I don't know how the sound is. That's the part I'm having the problem with. It's such a beautiful name. It looks lovely, and I feel bad. I feel like I'm not doing it any justice the way that I'm pronouncing it wrong. But anyway, beautiful name. Ayala. Ayala. Okay, got it. Amazing. Thank you, Shani. Thank you for correcting me on that. It's not good when people don't get your name right. Okay, I got it. Ayala. Amazing. That's a beautiful name. Okay, guys, have a good night. I'm going to stop rambling because I'm just tired. Good night and God bless. Take it easy. I hope to hear from some of you on social media and stuff as well. My name on social media is the same, Alicia Banton, but I'm also on there as Alicia Praise for some of them. Some of them is my artist name, and some of them it is my birth name, because I'm like, okay, Alicia, you better be business-minded and serious here so that people can take you seriously. So there you go. Those are my names on social media, Alicia Banton and Alicia Praise. Reach out to me on Facebook, you know, Instagram. I'm on all of them. So it'd be great to hear from you guys and hear about your progress as well. So tell me how you're getting on with this training and beyond, and how you're getting on building your teams. And if you have any questions, I'm here. Feel free to reach out.